If the companies can't come to their senses, then we're definitely going to go on strike.
A grim but possible reality come next week for over 3,000 United Auto Workers Union members at plants in Tonawanda, Lockport, Hamburg, and Rochester. GM says it's working through 1,000 hard-to-resolve union demands. Stellantis says there are substantive collaborative discussions, and Ford offering a 9% pay hike. But the union representing GM and Ford workers regionally following the lead of fiery, determined national president Shawn Fain in seeking self-described audacious contract demands of a 46% pay boost, a 32-hour work week for 40-hour pay, and full pension restoration.
The last thing we want to do is go on strike. It's nerve-wracking for everybody to be on strike, but it's something that, it's the strongest action that we have is to withhold our labor from these corporations that are making billions of dollars on our backs.
GM Powertrain in Tonawanda skirting concerns over its internal combustion gas engine production in an electric vehicle transition push went through the 2019 6-week strike with lingering distrust over management bonuses. So now with another strike authorization vote.
We voted 97% to yes, but in reality, we'd hope that GM would come to their senses and come to a solid ground, so to benefit both parties. The company's making 40% more and we're not. And that's the frustrating part.
Shifting to Lockport's GM Components Holding, formerly known as Delphi, now back to GM after bankruptcy.
We lost 60% of wages, benefits, and everything else that went along with that.
So is that because of the Delphi?
The Delphi spinoff, October 18th, 99 was a spinoff. They do need to eliminate the tiers. We work for the same company, in the same industry, doing like work for the same union. We should get paid the same in wages and benefits.
Then the Ford Hamburg stamping plant, a hollowed out facility.
When I started in 92, there was 2,600 employees in the plant. Today there are 750. We produce the same amount of parts we did in 1992 that we do today. So automation has taken 3/4 of the workforce out of my building. My pay has been stagnant for 20 years, right? The price of cars hasn't been stagnant for 20 years, right? It's tripled.
Ron, this is really interesting because we are a union town and the UAW is really strong here. So when you think about what's happening, is this possible UAW strike, is this connected to the strength of the labor union movement?
Yeah, I would have to say so. You consider, I think probably we reported this earlier this week, that you had the Gallup poll, 71% of the public favoring unions. Then you've got strong support from President Biden and others down in D.C. And probably the feeling is, pardon the pun here, strike while the iron is hot.
Very interesting. Ron Plants, thank you so much for that report tonight, because we know this is going to be ongoing and everybody has to be interested in to see what's going to play out here.
Right, and I will say usually they identify a strike target. They didn't this time so far. So all three are on notice here come next week, 11:59 p.m. Thursday.
All right, you're letting us know. Everybody be forewarned. Thank you, Ron, for that report tonight.